We're back in that other room? Did the teleporter fail or something?
Something feels off about it.
Look! Everything's upside down!
The furnishings are, at least. No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose the teleporter reversed our orientation then.
I guess this is the flip side of that pathway we were walking on just a little while ago.
This is crazy. Who knew such amazing technology existed?
Everything's topsy-turvy and that's all you can think about?
Bear in mind.
Don't get careless!
Don't tell me!
I can handle it! Here, let it go!
This is gonna need all of us together! Photon, let the marksman handle this!
Exploit the enemy's weakness!
Air, here's the healing arc! Please focus!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Benediction
Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash! Art Expert coming through! Light Astral Energy! Annihilate! Photon Flash!
Not today!
Light Astral...
I'll smash you!
Photon Flash! Reload! Light
I'm out of ammo!
Photon Flash!
Blackened blade!
Annihilation! Hear me! Photon Flash! Burning Strike!
On your rising wyvern! I'm not done!
Here!
Amazing.
Light Astral Energy! Photon, here's a healing arc!
Explosive ray!
Light
No
Astral
further.
Energy! Photon Flash! Hear me! Light Astral Energy!
Laser spear.
Here's
Ready to go.
Denied!
Benediction Stream! It's weakened!
Used too much. This ends now!
Radiant Pierce! Light
I'm out
Astral
of ammo.
Energy!
I'm all
Never
done.
mind.
Annihilation! Light Astral Energy!
Dragon Swarm! It's
Primed and
turret
ready! Where are you going?
This isn't looking
Here's
good.
a healing
I
arc!
can carve through armor!
Demon
First
Pack!
aid!
So you clamor for my true power?
Searing Flame! Reload!
Negative gate! Resonate with the earth!
Photon Flash! Reload!
On your
Damn it! I'm all stocked up! Annihilation!
Dragon
Photon
Swarm!
Flash!
Bathed in blood.
Behind you!
Bloody howling!
Here I go! I'm only getting up!
Awaken and
Photon Flash! Searing Light Astral Energy!
yours to be let free!
Photon
Masterful
Flash!
dash.
Ready! Here I go! Got me! Light Astral Energy! Photon
Finish it!
Flash! Alpin! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
So I still had room to grow.
What are those? They look like Shion's thorns, and with flowers too.
Not real ones, though. They're just like that flower growing out of Rena.
We must be getting close to the Great Spirit now.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that thing you said about how a little bit of Dana's Great Spirit is inside all of us?
Right. That's why Dana's Great Spirit is so much more diluted. Weak, even. Whether it was a choice so it didn't overpower others, or just the way it is anyone's guess.
If that's true, then wouldn't it mean Dana's will could never form under natural conditions?
Yeah, sounds like that's probably the case.
So if Dana exists within all of us, then what if something occurred that brought everyone's hearts and minds together as one? That unity could potentially act as Dana's will.
You mean if everybody was, like, thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time? Come on, there's no way we could pull that off.
I know it's a long shot, but it might work.
Let's assume that's even possible for a second. Would it even be enough to fight back against Rena's Great Spirit?
If nothing else, it might be an option if we can't use the Renasalma.
Things are different here than on the surface.
That shows how deeply we've ventured into Rena.
And how close we've come to the real enemy.
So here's a question. We came all this way to Rena on the assumption the Renasalma's here, right?
Just don't say it, Law.
Yeah, but I'm just saying...
I said don't.
I can understand why you might be concerned, Law. But you need to remember that there are people it affects more directly than you.
Oh, sorry.
We've managed to make it this far believing. Losing faith now won't do us any good. We're better off focusing our anxiety elsewhere.
Such as?
The Great Spirit. If Hevrecht 35's to be believed, our enemy won't just be handing over the Renasalma to us. At least, not without a fight.
Not only that, but that same enemy just gulped down more than an entire world's worth of astral energy.
Point taken. It may be strange to say, but when I'm fighting, or at least know what needs to be done, it helps me a lot. I don't doubt myself as much. So thanks, both of you. The floor's on the ceiling and the ceiling's on the floor. This whole thing's making my head spin. Why would they even do something like this?
The Helganquil can bend life forms to suit their will. Nothing they could do at this point would surprise me.
The ceiling is on the floor. That doesn't weird you out?
What good is a team made up of members who all share the same opinions on everything? And besides, when you get to be at my ripe old age, one begins to consider it quite uncouth to show one's true emotions at times.
Oh, come on, Grandpa. You can't be that old.
The sands of time wait for none of us, lad.
Yeah, we'll see. Though at this rate, I guess I'll have to live long enough to get as old as you first, huh?
You will. And when the time comes, I look forward to hearing you change your tune on the matter.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
I've used too much.
Take this!
What the?
You pay for that!
One more! Take that!
Spirits within the soil.
Awaken and wreak more incoming!
Demon Fang!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Hit!
Don't
Take
be
that!
carried away.
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
No complaints here!
Hit!
Into everlasting dark. Negative gate.
Light astral energy! Photon flash! Light astral energy!
They smite with blackened blade.
Ready to go!
Hit! Go get him!
Execution.
Ready!
On your knees.
Sometimes the best medicine is the toughest to swallow, too. Light astral energy! Photon... I can't move. Mega Ray! Gemini Aqua! Light astral energy!
Anything in armor is all mine!
I'll face you. Does it
Finish it!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Reflect on thy sins.
Go!
Certainly not.
Radiant Pierce!
Take
Damn
that!
it!
More
Out
of
of
them?
ammo! Light Astral Energy! This one's mine! Photon Flash!
More
Light
Suko?
Astral Energy! Keep calm and take them down! Tion.
Healing
No
is what
more
my
Miss
arts do
Night
best.
Girl. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Sorry, I didn't want to put you out.
What are friends for if we can't depend on them?
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
Rising Falcon!
Photon Dance!
Victory is within reach.
Dig deep and we can do this!
Let's just further, little one.
Power of water! Lower that annihilation! Go get it! Graviton Field! Mega Ray! Light Astral Energy!
Shattering the
pieces! Attack time!
This one's
Negative
mine!
Flash!
I never miss! Not on my watch!
More? Air pressure!
Photon Flash!
Sword Rain
Light
Alpha!
Astral Energy!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Take Photon Flash!
Blood!
Light Astral Energy!
Bloody howling!
Raging Cascade!
Everlasting dark! Negative gate!
Photon Flash!
The earth! Rising
Light
fire!
Astral Energy! Here's evil!
You're mine!
Photon Flash!
Destruction!
Glacial
Spear. Ignite.
Here's evil!
Take its time! No further!
Photon Flash!
Here I come!
Do it!
Severing
Kitara
ring!
frozen!
Hammer!
I'll heal reinforcements!
Rising
Healing Light Astral Energy!
It's
Photon
rising!
Your models are really incredible.
It's thanks to you I can meet them.
When I
Photon
crumble,
Flash! Where are you going? Light Astral Energy! Not on my watch!
take I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
I thought you were going to wreck the place. I'm not nearly finished yet. Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Radiant
Resonate with the
Fire!
earth! Stalagmite!
Mega Ray! Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash!
Resonate
Light
with the
Astral
earth!
Energy!
Stalagmite! Spirits within the soil!
Yearns to be let free!
Here's another! Photon Flash!
Double
Light
C!
Astral Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Photon
Everlasting darkness! Negative gate!
Photon
In
Flare!
the soil!
Light Astral
Awaken
Energy!
panic!
Photon... Don't mind if I do!
Rising Falcon!
Photon Flash! Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash!
Finish it!
Kitara frozen!
Hammer!
Rising Wyvern!
Now or never!
Rising
Can't
Phoenix!
get out of this!
Light Astral
Those are impressive skills. They took a lifetime to master. And I'll have to keep training.
Light Astral Energy!
I'm ready!
Photon Flash! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Yearns to be let free! Air pressure!
We can really make weapons with this?
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here under such harsh conditions.
I don't give a damn why they're here. We'll burn it all to the ground.
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Linwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dana, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hevrecht 35 told us. The Danan and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dana's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent. And without that hunger, Dana the planet was spared.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
Dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's Great Spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Thanks! Just annihilation! Hear me! Like annihilation! Burning fire!
I can handle it!
Heal! Take this!
Denied!
Don't mind if I do!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Where are you going?
Damn it!
Photon blast!
Finish it!
Astral energy!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Sighted! Photon blast! Lightning! Light astral energy! Photon blast!
Finish it! Alphen! In an instant! Impact Cross! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz. Photon blast!
I'm ready!
Energy! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
With this, I can become even stronger. I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Radiant Realm! Armor won't save you!
Burn in hell!
Those flying creatures are a real pain in the butt.
Shield from calamity.
Healing circle. What would it
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Nothing gets
Another
by.
incantation ruined.
Not on my watch.
Prepare to be sealed.
I'll heal you all. Photon
Sonic
blast.
thrust. Tempest. Sword rain alpha.
In a bind?
Healing circle.
Ready.
Light astral energy. Photon
Resonate with the
blast.
earth.
I'm out of
Light
ammo.
astral energy.
Heal away.
Annihilation.
soil. Awaken and wreak havoc.
Time to let it rip.
Photon blast. Radiant. Light astral energy.
Now,
Photon
let's reel it.
blast.
Take it down.
Light astral energy. I can't hold on much
Why'd you
longer.
finish?
To stop you dying?
Light astral energy.
Seismic rupture.
Leave the enemy's arc to me.
No complaints here.
Rising water.
Photon blast. Light astral
Radiant
energy.
roar.
Flame.
Let's
Reload.
see what I can do.
Will this help?
Photon blast.
The soil.
Light astral energy.
Rising
Photon
water.
blast. Radiant. Pierce.
Rising
Ready to go.
Light astral energy.
Bathed in blood.
Photon out of it. Light astral energy.
Rising water.
Photon pierce. Light astral energy. Flame. Reload. There.
Take
Go.
this.
I'm only getting started. Photon.
In a bind?
Not today.
There. Light astral energy.
Resonate with
Photon
the earth.
blast. I'm all done. Light astral energy.
Within the soil. Awaken and wreak havoc.
Photon blast. Into the sky.
Explosive ring.
If it's in the sky, it's mine. Photon.
Ready and rare.
I'm only getting started. Feel my energy. Light astral energy.
I don't even know the word defeat.
Photon blast.
Rising water.
Light
Finish it.
astral. Dohalim.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
Clearly.
This one will be difficult to predict.
I can't heal you forever. I can handle it.
Here's evil. Photon Freelancer.
It can hide itself? It's amazing!
It's over. Light astral to the wind. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar. Photon Flash.
Burn in hell.
Light astral
The
energy.
fluidity of their movements is simply incredible.
Blade.
Better.
Destruction.
Photon
Demon Flash.
Annihilation. Here.
Elusive heat.
Fury.
That should do it.
Light astral energy.
Dance on the wind. Now we're not. Blade.
In a bind?
Demon Flash.
Radiant Pierce.
Double
Light
demon
astral.
flash.
Go charge. Ammo. I'm all
I can
stuffed
carve
up.
through armor.
Destruction.
Photon Flash. Mega Ray. Light astral energy.
Do it. Not today.
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here. Stop.
Blood.
Mega
You are bloody.
Annihilation. Light
with the
dinner.
earth.
Here.
I'm out of ammo.
No arts are being interrupted.
Photon Flash. Watch them. Light astral energy. Photon Flash.
Water.
Rising water.
Light astral energy. Photon Raging Cascade.
Double demon
Radiant
flash.
Pierce. Photon Flash.
Destruction.
This is looking good.
Light astral energy. Photon Flash.
They smite with
Light not on my watch. Light astral energy.
Take this. On your double demon fang.
Save you.
Do it.
Alpha. In an instant. Impact block. I can feel my power growing.
really bad feeling about this. I can't hold on much longer.
Can't get out of this!
Light Astral energy! It'll body slam us into next week!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
On your knees.
Nothing gets by me.
Hear me!
Air
Flame of
pressure.
Jupiter!
I never miss.
Resonate with the
Denied.
earth!
Dragon
Still mine!
Annihilation! Photon Slash!
It's time to finish this. Die! Consuming wildfire!
Lightning! Downfall!
Swallow dare!
Light Astral energy!
Power of water!
Seismic
Feel the
rupture!
medicine working.
Photon Slash!
You're mine.
Light Astral energy! Photon, here goes! Downfall! Photon Slash!
Being interrupted.
Light Astral energy! Photon Annihilation! Light Astral energy!
Seismic rupture!
Meteorite!
Attack!
Photon
And
Slash!
just you! On your knees.
Glacial speed. Here's
the order! Please, Light Astral energy! Photon Slash! Radiant Flood!
Sorry,
Light Astral energy!
I didn't want to put you out.
What are friends for if we can't depend on one another?
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
Light Astral energy! Photon
Take
Slash!
this!
Light Astral energy! Photon Slash!
I don't even know the word defeat. Let the marksman handle this.
Don't mind if I do! Light Astral energy! Photon
Here,
Slash!
let me help.
Radiant Light Astral energy! Photon Slash!
It's time to finish this. Die! Consuming wildfire! Will this
Light Astral energy! Photon Slash! Healing circle! Dance in the wind! It's over!
Smash you!
Air thrust! Light Astral energy! Photon Slash! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Tornado!
Resonate with the earth!
Photon Slash!
Now I'm
Here I go. Watch and weep.
Hear me! Flame of
Leave the
fury!
torch to me.
Blood! Rending you
Light
apart!
Astral energy!
Won't give up.
Photon
Couldn't make it in time.
Light Astral energy!
On a roll now! Everything's come to an end! Rending you
Photon
a bloody
Slash!
stomach!
Light Astral energy!
Everlasting darkness! Negative
Here
gate.
goes!
On
Not
your
on my watch! Light Astral energy!
Rip and tear!
Photon
I'll
Slash!
finish you here and
Light Astral energy! Photon Slash!
Benediction light! Not my fight!
Light Astral energy!
From beyond,
Photon
imbue this
Slash!
vanquished soul with life! Resuscitation! Benediction light!
Light Astral energy! Photon Slash! Light Astral energy!
Swallow dare!
Photon Slash!
I'll finish you here and now!
Light Astral energy!
On guard.
Flaming
Photon Slash! Dohaline!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Now you see what I can do!
Looks far
Elusive
enough.
deity!
Light Astral energy!
Pile
Photon
drive!
Slash!
Time for begin!
Tiger blade.
First strike!
Ardent
Tear you
coming
apart.
through! Dance in the wind!
This one's mine.
I'll face you!
Air thrust!
Talon hurricane! Eagle! I'll finish you
Raging
here and
cascade!
now!
Going in.
I'll face you! Eagle
Photon
shot!
Slash!
Talon storm! That's like it does it!
Hit! Blah 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 magic!
Everlasting
Air
dark.
thrust!
Negative
in.
gate.
That's it.
Photon Slash!
Spirits
Go
are
in.
it's time.
Inferno
Can't get out of this!
Light Astral raging! Cascade!
Talon
Hurricane!
resonate with the earth!
River dragon!
Light
Light Astral energy! Photon Slash!
Inferno!
Light Astral energy! Photon Slash!
Heal!
Light Astral energy! Photon Slash!
You have to hold on.
Heart sealed! Not in your dreams! Light Astral energy! Photon Slash! Light Astral
It looks like we
energy!
made him mad.
Talon
Photon
hurricane!
Slash!
Rip and
Light
tear!
Astral energy!
Tiger blade.
Eagle assault!
Inferno.
Dance in the wind!
Eagle fly!
Air thrust!
On guard.
Light Astral energy!
Fantastic. Now my clothes are ruined. I'm ready to go.
Photon Slash! Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash!
I really owe you one.
Just what the doctor ordered!
Inferno cross!
Photon Flash!
You're done!
Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash! Light Astral Energy!
One more!
Photon Flash!
Dance!
Inferno crossing!
Light Astral Energy! Here goes!
Far enough!
Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash! Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash!
Eagle Assault!
Hit!
How do you like being pounded into shape?
Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash!
Piercing roar!
Light Astral Energy!
Switch to offense!
Photon Flash!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Light Astral
Make it
Energy!
rain!
Lock!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Good to know my training's paying off.
And what, pray tell, does this training of yours entail?
Why? Interested in joining me?
Don't get careless!
Don't tell me!
Stay calm.
Light
I shall
Astral
provide
Energy!
assistance.
Photon Flash! Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash! Light Astral Energy!
Ready and raring!
Mega
I'll
Ray!
smash you!
Photon Flash! Raging Beam!
Awaken and wreak havoc!
Spread! Raging Beam!
Simply incredible.
Not in your dreams! Light Astral Energy!
Leave the torch, do it!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Denied!
Photon Flash!
Finish it!
Dance in the wind! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Radiant
Rising
Light
Water!
Astral Energy! Raging Cascade! By the
Do it!
Spread!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Rising Emperor! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done!
Raising you up!
Light Astral Energy!
You're mine!
No further.
Photon! Photon Flash!
This one's mine!
Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash! Light Astral Energy!
Armor is all mine!
I'm right behind
Don't
you!
mind if I do.
You're on!
Light
Dragon
Astral!
form!
Raging Cascades! Healing Thread! Dance in the wind! Air!
Ready to go!
Try this! Infernal
Fire!
Tornado!
Complete focus!
Here I come!
Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash! Thanks!
Let the
Just
marksman
what I
handle
needed!
this!
Here I
Sorry
come!
to trouble you.
Light Astral Energy! Light Astral
Burn in
Energy!
hell!
Photon Flash! Light Astral Energy!
Rising Wyvern!
Photon
We're
Flash!
not done!
Light Astral Energy!
Rising Falcon!
Freeze Blade!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Double Demon Fang!
Anything in armor is all mine!
I think I'm coming down with something grave.
A chronicle ability to
No
read the
further.
room?
A malady your art cannot fix.
I've still got some fight left in
This
me.
one's all mine!
I can't heal you forever.
Begin!
Light Astral Energy!
Rising
Photon
Wyvern!
Flash! Light Astral Energy!
Coming
The
through!
enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about
Now!
that.
Scarlet Inferno!
Photon sealed! Not in your dreams!
Swallow blade!
Light Astral energy! Beam!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Trapped in darkness, pierced by light.
I call it the Rindo Special.
So those thorns of Shion's, they're really a part of Rena's Great Spirit?
Most likely. But only a small fragment of it in the big picture. I don't sense a will of its own emanating from them.
If it's that insignificant, is there that much point getting rid of it?
This one will be difficult to predict.
I can't hold on much longer!
Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Can't move.
Don't leave me!
See what I can do!
She'll spear.
This'll come in
Pierce
handy.
evil.
Freeze Blazer!
Ready to go.
Illuminate the dark!
Denied.
Come forth, holy glimmer!
Where are you go?
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer, holy land! Illuminate
In
the
a bind?
dark!
Astral
Come
art?
forth! That's my cue!
Shut him down.
Illuminate the dark!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
You picked the wrong fight.
Not in your dreams! Illuminate the dark!
Finish it!
Come forth!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
I'll heal you all! Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer, holy land! Illuminate the dark!
Take this!
Demon Fang.
I'll smash you!
Holy
Demon
Bardo!
Fang. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer, holy land! Guardian Fire, please focus! Hear me! Rage you can't get it! Strike!
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
With the earth.
Freeze Blazer! Here's a healing arc! First it!
You a bloody howling.
You have such an incredible technique.
Brute force is nothing
playing
without
nice.
elegance of form.
I don't know if I'd say nothing.
One's mine! Sometimes the
I
best
never
medicine is
miss.
the toughest to swallow. Not in your dreams!
Demon Fang.
Light Astral energy!
Pierce through.
Photon flash!
Rising
Light
Warrior.
Astral energy!
I'm ready.
Go
Far enough.
Light Astral! Photon flash! Up and at 'em! Let's go!
Shattering the... Now you see what I can do!
Double Demon
Glacial
Fang.
spear.
Light Astral energy!
Yours to be let free.
Photon flash! Gotta hold it together. It's do or die!
You're mine. Rising Wyvern.
Light Astral energy! Photon flash!
Glacial spear.
Pierce evil! Got it!
Now's our chance.
Radiant
In a bind?
Eternal devastation.
Don't mind if I do. Lightning! Stone Cold! Light Astral energy!
Burn in hell. Double Demon
Light
Fang.
Astral energy!
Destruction.
Photon flash! Light Astral...
Ready to go. Denied.
Photon flash!
Here, let me help.
Light Astral energy!
It's go time!
Light Astral energy! Light failure's not an option!
Double Demon Fang.
Dance in the wind!
Not today.
Air thrust!
Now you see what I can do! Soaring black!
Air thrust! Photon flash! Hold on to your arc! Here I come! Don't mind if I do! Hit! Take
Spirits
that!
within your
Flame
soil.
One
Awaken
last
and
one!
wreak havoc!
Take that!
I'm ready! All yours, Kisara!
Can you take it?
Sometimes the best medicine is the toughest to swallow,
Benediction
too.
light. Heal! Now I can let
Fury
loose.
Flame!
I can handle it! Take this!
Radiant Pierce!
I'm sorry.
I couldn't make it in time.
Captivity!
This death shall not be forgotten.
Bring you back from death to this!
The tempest engulfs you!
I've still got some fight left in me.
That'll bring you down!
Illuminate.
Take this!
Now you see what I can do!
Holy Land! It's weakened! Illuminate the dark!
Resonate with the earth!
Holy Land! Holy Land! Here!
Bathed in blood, rending you apart!
Light Astral Energy!
Sorry to trouble you.
Light Astral Energy!
Leave the charges to me!
Photon denied! Light Astral Energy! Here goes! Here!
Spirits within the soil.
Photon flash!
Awaken and wreak
Hear
havoc!
me! Flame of fury! Burning! Light Astral Energy! Here Photon flash!
Resonate with the earth!
Light Astral Energy!
You require a hand. Take this!
Radiant Pierce! Photon
Resonate
Light
with the
Astral
earth!
Energy!
Not today!
I'm only getting outstanding form! Light Astral Energy!
Take this! I'll smash you!
Megasonic
Photon
thrust!
flash! Do it!
Dohalim.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Lidwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.
Looks like some solid equipment.
A dead end, huh?
Why don't we just use this?
Wait!
Jeez! Don't scare me like that! What, is there something wrong with it?
No, it's not that. It's just, this is it. Whatever it is, we're about to find out.
It's the moment of truth. There's no turning back now till we've won. Either we get through this, or we vanish along with the rest of the world as we know it. Is everyone ready?
We've come this far. I'm not about to turn tail now. I say we knock this thing out and head back home.
It's time to relegate the past to where it belongs. It's been a long journey getting here, but it ends now.
No, this isn't the end. Once we've overthrown the old order, there's still the task of creating a new world.
A world without divisions, where no one cares whether you're Danon or Renan, or if you have magic or not. You're right. We have to win this.
Let's get going then. After all, our future awaits.
Our future. One free of tyranny and exploitation. For the freedom to live with those we hold dear. And for a new era. Let's go!